No, I've never had a shot at a bar. I've never really even been in a bar.
Why tell dumb lies that can easily be debunked?
I'm here with my shy and pretty wife, my one pretty wife, and she's shy.
What the shit?
See, I know what you're thinking. Once again, we've caught Robyn Brown in another lie. It's not really that difficult. Like, she'll say something, she'll make some kind of declarative statement. I've never been to a bar. Why would I go to a bar? I don't believe in bars. I hardly ever. I never walked by a bar. I've never seen a bar. What's a bar? And then 5 minutes later, somebody will come back and declaratively prove that she's actually been in a bar. Not only has she been in a bar, but she's in the bar dancing and kicking her heels up. One of the other things that was kind of humorous to me is that at the same time as I put in the video earlier, the clip earlier, you have Kody who'll take the position that Robyn is somehow this innocent, pure as the driven snow type person, and everybody is brutalizing, beating up on her, and she's like a child and a babe in the woods. But the reality of it is that this is the image that they're trying to push out onto the audience, and part of the reason, in my opinion, that it does not work is because when you really think about it, we're grown ass folks. And as grown people and as adults who are watching this show about other adults, I don't expect them to act like children. That's not something I'm looking forward to. I don't look forward to watching children. If I wanted to watch a bunch of kids on a reality show, I would certainly be watching younger kids on a reality show and not old ass folks trying to pretend like they babies. That's not attractive to me. That's not cool to me. That's not fun to me. It is what it is. We're all adults here. These simple lies that Robyn tells about her innocence and who she is as a person actually separates her from the audience, in my opinion. Because when we look at it, what is she actually saying? She's almost saying in a way that she looks down upon these types of activities. Oh, I've never been to the bar because the bar is where the sinners go. The bar is where people who are going to hell. That's how, if you're going to drink the devil's spit, then you're going to hell. Why would I be in the bar? But meanwhile, she's in the bar. There's nothing wrong with you being in a bar. There's nothing wrong with you participating in adult activities. One of the things that she did earlier in this season was she sat there and talked about how she keeps information away from her kids. This is something we've also seen. Here's the clip where she talks about her riding on ATVs and how she doesn't let her kids know this is something she participates in.
Some of my wilder experiences on motorized vehicles, my kids don't really know about, just because I don't want to. I'm careful. I'm just really careful with them. I don't want to be a bad example.
Tahi. She doesn't want to be a bad example. She doesn't want her kids to know that she does things that are fun. She doesn't want her kids to know that she might participate in things that are risky. Why? Because she'll set a bad example, and her kids might actually go out and try things. They might actually go out and experiment. They might actually go out and do things. See, the funny thing is that as a parent, if you're spending your time trying to protect your children and keep them from getting hurt, the only thing you're doing is limiting their ability to try anything. You're creating fear, and by ingraining that fear into their psyche, you're preventing them from actually trying anything. Because as anyone who's ever done anything knows, in order for you to grow, in order for you to change, you have to experience the uncomfortable nature of trying something different, trying to be different, change. Change in and of itself is very uncomfortable. It's not easy for you to leave a relationship, walk off a job, seek new employment, enroll in school, try something you've never tried before. These things are very difficult. And there's always a risk that you're going to fail, that you're going to get hurt. But in order for you to be successful, in order for you to be happy, you have to be willing to take that risk and take that chance. So I disagree with her premise on that front. In addition to that, we have to look at the fact that by you hiding and concealing who you are and what you like to do, then you're preventing your kids from actually knowing who you are as a person. You're telling your kids that I'm only going to show one shade of myself instead of my whole person and who I am. I'm only going to show a small side of me to my kids so that it's acceptable to them. And then all that happens is at the end of your life, your kids have no idea who you are as a person. You'll go to the ground and they'll be discovering things about you and things that you've enjoyed and stuff that you participated in years after you're gone, and you won't be there to explain it. You won't be there to justify it. You won't be there to tell your side. And to be honest with you, because you've lied to them, even if you could tell your side, nobody is going to believe you. Which brings us into the point that I also wanted to make with regard to all these stories in the presentation that Robyn presents to us as a fan base. Because you're trying to do the same thing to us. You're trying to present one side of yourself to us that you find acceptable so that way we'll look at you and say, wow, she's so amazing. She's so great. She's so innocent. She's so wonderful. She's like a child. She needs to be protected. But then when you say things that don't make sense to us as adults, we will always question you. And now we have a history of you being dishonest. So, for instance, when we go back to the foundational principle or question of whether you and Kody were messing around prior to getting married. I don't know. Cody's driving 5 hours. I'm a grown-ass man. And I know that a man is not going to drive 5 hours to go see somebody sit on their couch and hold their hand. You're there every weekend. He's coming out, see you every weekend, spending 2-3 days out at your house, and then driving back to his house and sitting on his wife's bed crying because he had to leave you and can't go back and see you and spend time with you. He's not doing that because the conversation was so amazing. The other point is that when you moved back around to Lehigh, Utah, around the corner, you had a whole argument with the sister wives about access to Kody. They didn't understand why you were able to get a night and you weren't a wife yet. My question is, why would you need a night if all you're doing is Kody is coming over, sitting on your couch, holding your hand and talking to you? Why does he have to spend the night if he's around the corner? Now, you could use that argument when he's driving 5 hours. Hey, I don't want him to be on the road for 5 hours. Come out, have a date, then get back on the road and run the risk of getting in a car accident. Okay, maybe then you could make the argument of why he should stay over to make it worthwhile. Plus, he doesn't have the gas money to go back and forth and keep doing that. Okay, fine. But it doesn't make sense when he's around the corner and he could go over to your house for a few hours and bring his behind on home. That would make sense to me. But at the same time, because I'm an adult, I understand that most likely he's staying at your house because of the amenities at your house, meaning the booty. He's staying at your house because that's what you guys are doing. And if that's what you're doing, be a whole man about it, be a whole adult about it, be a whole woman about it, and talk to the sister wives and tell them that this is what you're doing. You need to get down the aisle as quick as possible because you guys can't hold back the lava force anymore, right? That's what it is. But you're trying to project this childlike image to the fan base. And the reality of it is, it didn't work when you were young, when you were relatively young. You came into the family in your 30s, and it didn't work. Like the entire, I'm so innocent, and I'm a child, and I'm a babe, and I don't understand what's going on. It didn't work then. Now that you're middle-aged, like you heavy middle-aged, it's definitely not working.
I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys have made it this far into the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Support the movement and the mindset. Thank you so much for your time. That's My Take. I'm James. This has been My Take on Reality, and I'm out.
'Cause I've been living life right like I